And then we talked about always counting on Emmitt Smith. This is the reason why he's the best all-around back. Free safety comes clean. Zordich and Emmitt just goes in and takes him out and allows the time for Pete to get outside.
Hey, Pete threw a pretty good ball that time.
Yeah, it was.
2nd and 10. Here's Darrell Johnston. And even on the road, you hear the chants of Moose and a gain of 3 yards. Well, we want to remind you, coming up the second half of our big doubleheader on Fox today, San Francisco 49ers are right now would have home field advantage in the playoffs, go against the Atlanta Falcons.
And that Atlanta Falcon team is one that they can't take lightly, because that offense, when it's on, can score from anywhere. And it's one that really takes away from your run defense because it spreads you all out, and it'll really test the pass defense of the 49ers.
When they last played, the Falcons turned it over 6 times. That's when Andre Rison, Deion Sanders, got into a fight. 3rd and 7. Here comes the blitzers again, and the handoff to Kevin Williams on an end around, and that'll work for the Cowboys. They'll get a first down into Eagle territory. Andy Harmon slow getting up.
And they had a ton of people out there leading that thing. That looked like the meat truck showed up with all that beef coming around the corner. Watch everybody come this way. Watch big old Nate Newton and Derek Kennard out there, and then Johnson, who's really a guard in the backfield. They just get everybody outside and let Williams get that first.
A lot of beef there with Kennard and Newton. First downs are all even. Cowboys lead 7-3. Play fake on first down. There's a pump going deep to Michael Irvin. And Michael Zordich tipped it, and it's caught by Irvin inside the 5. A big break for the Cowboys. Zordich got his hands on it first.
Eric Allen turned Michael Irvin over in the zone to Zordich, and Zordich went up for the ball. Was in a perfect position. Could not have played it any better. Pete throws the ball up high and allows Irvin to use his athletic ability to go up and get it. Now watch this. Right at the end, that's just great concentration by Irvin.
44-yard gain, and it's 1st and goal for the Cowboys at the 4. Emmitt Smith going outside, and he's going to go in for the touchdown. Emmitt Smith with his 18th touchdown of the season.
And did you see the block by Michael Irvin outside? I mean, Emmitt just took it right outside, and Michael Irvin just turned into one of those big old guards. Watch Irvin, number 88, right out here. And as soon as he sees Emmitt bounce, he knows what he's got to do. Get back in and just make the block and allow Smith to go in untouched.
But that long 44-yard pass to Irvin, who showed that great concentration with Zordich getting a hand on it, setting up the touchdown. And now Chris Bonio is out to give the Cowboys hopefully an 11-point lead, and he does. 14-3 in favor of Dallas. And that set up the score. Irvin has 3 catches for 78 yards and has gone over the 1,000-yard mark for the 4th straight year. He has also scored a touchdown. So is his Emmitt Smith. And the Cowboys are enjoying a 14-3 lead. Rodney Peete airing it out and throwing well. Good accuracy thus far. Herschel Walker back deep along with Vaughn Hebron for the Eagles. Chris Bonio will kick off for the Cowboys. Vaughn Hebron on the 10-yard line. Returns for the Eagles. And again, good coverage. Jim Schwantz led the way for the Cowboys, and a return of 16 yards.
And what the Eagles tried to do to Rodney Peete is they tried to bait Rodney Peete into a 3-deep look. And they'll go back in motion, and it looks like they're going to go 3, but now they send the safeties back. And what they'll do is they take Eric Allen and have him turn it over to the safety. They baited him perfectly. Now watch, he's going to turn. He's looking for the safety help right there. The safety shows up, but it's just because he threw the ball up and allowed Irvin to make that kind of play that it worked.
Good break for the Cowboys. First down on the 26. Cunningham has Victor Bailey, who was wrestled out of bounds by Kevin Smith in a gain of 9. So now Cunningham trying to bring the Eagles back in the waning moments of this first half, trailing 14-3. Remember, the Eagles have lost 3 in a row. in what seemed like a firm footing in a wild card berth several weeks ago could be tenuous.
Not only that, could be on shaky ground.
That too.
Yeah.
You're right. Good point. 2nd down and 1. Here's James Joseph. And he'll have enough for the 1st down. Well, the answer to today's Aflac trivia question, who was the only running back selected ahead of Emmitt Smith in the 1990 NFL Draft? And our answer is, you're looking at him now, it's Blair Thomas, who was the first running back taken. That was by the Jets. He was the 2nd pick overall. He was signed this week by the Cowboys after the Jets had released him and the New England Patriots had waived him a couple of weeks ago. 2-minute warning here. The Eagles have 2 timeouts remaining. They have a 1st down on their 38, trailing 14-3. 2-minute warning, and here's Herschel Walker with some blockers ahead of him. Herschel Walker picks up the 1st down and a good gain to the Cowboy 44, a gain of 18. It was Darren Smith who finally caught up to him.
Yeah, I got news for you. Herschel just got caught from behind on that one. See Smith come around the corner and jump on his leg? Man, that's some speed.
Hurry up offense. This time Cunningham out of the shotgun. And that pass to Bailey is good. And another 1st down for the Eagles.
Yeah, Cunningham's in that zone right now. This is when he's as good as there is.
That was an 11-yard pickup. The Eagles with 2 timeouts remaining. Ball is on the 33 of the Cowboys. Cunningham's pass incomplete.
Oh, alligator arms right there.
Barnett was claiming that he was held.
Barnett saw a safety inside, and that is not a good sign. Now watch him come right back inside, and he gets a little alligator arm. He doesn't want to get hit. He sees Darren Smith. See that right there? See that? And then he points to Smith and say, hey, I don't want to get hit in there. But hey, you can't do that. You cannot do that. I don't care if the guy's sitting there. You better swell your heart up, go in there and make that catch. See him looking at him and says, hey, the guy's sitting right there. Tough beans. Catch it.
2nd and 10. The shovel pass to Herschel. And Walker. Another 1st down inside the 20. James Washington. And a gain of 14. Well, they wanted to get the ball into Herschel Walker's hands, and they're doing it now. And a timeout has been called by the Eagles. That is their 2nd timeout of this 1st half. Tight, and the Eagles are threatening inside the 20. 1st down with 1:02 showing.
Yeah, and I think watching this right now, Richie Kotite, nice blend right now. He's calling a really nice game. Nice and sharp and crisp, and Cunningham is on.
Herschel Walker has gained 39 yards rushing. He has caught 4 passes as well. Total yards 65 for Walker. From the 19-yard line, Cunningham's pass is caught at the 10-yard line by Fred Barnett. And all over him was Kevin Smith, but another good gain by the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles know that Cunningham is hot, too. When they can feel it, they can sense it.
2nd and 1. And Randall will stop the clock with 43 seconds remaining. Plenty of time. Again, the fans, and they're not subtle here in Philadelphia, Matt, about that controversial penalty situation last week.
Yeah, they don't beat around the bush about too many things here in Philadelphia. I mean, growing up only an hour from here, I know these people, and they are pretty blunt.
3rd down and 1. Ball at the 10. Quarterback sneak. Randall Cunningham this year has been perfect, 11 for 11 when he has run on 3rd and 1. Now they hurry up again. 1st and goal. And again, Cunningham stops the clock. Well, they look organized here.
Yeah, this is as good as they look. You know, a couple times this season, Monday Night Football, 2 times they come out. Cunningham has had this look about him, and you can just see the offense rally around him. They know when he's on, hey, just let it flow. And I think Kotite also knows that, and that's when he's at his best. Isn't it amazing that all of a sudden you become a good coach when your players play well?
I don't know how that works. 10th play of the drive coming up. 2nd and goal on the 6th. Here is Walker on the handoff. Herschel gets down to about the 3. It was Darren Smith. Remember, there's only 1 timeout left for the Eagles. And
they used it.
They're going to use it now. There was no way they could hurry it up from where Walker was tackled without using a lot more time. So the Eagles are out of timeouts, and we'll return to the vet in a moment. The Eagles are out of timeouts, Matt, with 17 seconds remaining. It's 3rd and goal at the 2.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there. I think Cunningham felt like he had to stop the clock because he didn't feel like they could get back to the line of scrimmage in time to down the football.
Cunningham inside the 20. 7 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, but look at the completion percentage. Not very good.
Paltry at best.
Out of the shotgun, Cunningham has it batted down.
That's okay. That's okay if it's batted down. It's incomplete, so you come right back and you get the kick. At least it's not an interception.
Well, the crowd doesn't think so. They're booing because the Eagles are going to go for the 3 here.
Well, it's pretty tough when you have a guy coming clean in Tolbert to try to throw through there. It's too many THs.
Well, he's gone for 3 right here. Ed Murray. He kicked a 22-yarder earlier. This will be a 20-yard attempt. 14 seconds remain in the half. Kick is good by Murray. Crowd wanted the Eagles to go for the touchdown, but instead the Eagles get something out of it and trail now 14-6. Randall Cunningham and the Eagles had a 1st and goal at the 6-yard line and had to settle for a 19-yard field goal by Eddie Murray, and it's 14-6.
I want to show you something. Herschel Walker, watch him right in the slide. He's going to come across, and he just gets collared right here. I mean, this should be a penalty. Watch right there. I mean, but because it's batted down, you can say that he was going for the ball. They just call a tip. They didn't call it.
Walker's been the workhorse for the Eagles. Jeff Wilkins kicking off. Kevin Williams and Brock Marion deep for the Cowboys. Kevin Williams on the 7. And Williams is tackled at the 27-yard line by Derek Oden. Well, they're 2 of the toughest undercover cops in New York, but for their next assignment, Detectives Williams and Torres are going to need a really good disguise. Catch a brand new episode of New York Undercover right after all new episodes of Martin and Living Single Thursday on Fox. 6 seconds remaining, and Rodney Peete will take a knee and run the clock out. And the Cowboys will go into intermission with an 8-point lead. And that's the end of the first half with the score, the Cowboys 14 and the Eagles 6. Stay tuned for the Dockers halftime as Fox NFL Sunday continues after these messages from your local station. Eagles 14-6 as we get set for the start of the 3rd quarter. And this first half highlight is brought to you by MCI Proof Positive.
Yeah, and don't be deceived. This isn't the NBA. This is just a jump ball in the National Football League. And I think it's one of the things they planned on doing, allowing Irvin to go up and get the football from the shorter defenders. And in this case, all it really is luck, because the ball should have been intercepted by Zordich, and then a great job of concentrating on the ball by Michael Evans.
Okay, the Eagles did not get the touchdown they wanted. They had 1st and goal at the 6, but they got 3. But was there something you saw in Randall Cunningham in that last drive?
Oh, yeah, in the offense. And it was confidence. And it was what they've been waiting to happen. And I think what happened is he got on a roll. They went to that hurry-up offense, and he found the zone. And when Cunningham is in that zone, there's none better. And I think if they're going to do anything today in the second half, it's going to have to come from that zone.
Well, the Cowboys, of course, wanted to keep Randall Cunningham in the pocket. This is how he did in and out of the pocket in the half.
Yeah, and you can see when he gets out, he's effective. Only 2 attempts, but both of them were completions. They want to try to keep him inside. Remember, right before the half, they kept him in the pocket, but he was very accurate.
Cunningham 11 for 20 for 77 yards, and here are the halftime statistics, and it reflects really a conservative ball game thus far.
Yeah, I mean, this is deceiving because of the one big play to Irvin down the field, and I think, to be honest with you, I think the Eagles offensively have been more consistent, running the football, getting the ball to Herschel Walker. They're sticking with their game plan, and then I think what you have to say about the Dallas Cowboys is Rodney Peete is doing what he has to do. He doesn't have to win the football game all by himself. He just has to tend the rest of the team and let them do what they do best.
And so far he's done it as you look at Rodney Pete's numbers.